Before we start this week's episode, we have some exciting news to share with you. We're planning an upcoming Q&A episode and want you to be our guest. If you have any burning transportation questions you'd love to hear answered, please send us them directly at our social media channels or at marketing@rushtruckcenters.ca, and we'll do our best to answer them and get them on the air. Until then, hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, and thanks for tuning in to the Transportation Exchange Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Cuddy, and today I'm pleased to share some tips from our service team for you to extend the life of your trucks as you experience longer buying cycles in today's market. Starting off, it's very important to regularly monitor the performance of your trucks by leveraging technology to collect data to identify areas for improvement. Items such as fuel efficiency is one key item you can monitor. As well, you can schedule regular maintenance checks to ensure that everything is functioning properly and to catch any potential issues early on. Doing so helps maximize uptime and ultimate results for your customer. Any high mileage vehicles or long idle units, consider replacing the oil long before the standard maintenance interval. As you perform your regular maintenance checks, you're going to run into some consumable items that commonly need to be replaced. Parts such as tires, brakes, and batteries are usually top of the list, and you want to replace them before there's a failure on the side of the road that will cause extended downtime and delays getting product to your customer. Perhaps consider stocking inventory for the most common parts that you're going to go through to help avoid the current delays we're seeing in the supply chain. One other item that's very important at dealership level, but also at most fleets, is to keep detailed record of all your maintenance and repairs, not only for any ministry requirements, but also to help identify reoccurring issues and common trends or common repairs that you see in your fleet. And as we mentioned earlier, with challenges to supply chain with regards to parts availability, this will also help you identify which parts you should currently stock to help speed up maintenance in your shop and get you back out on the road. So this next item is one of the first responses we got back from the service team when we reached out to them for this list of topics to talk about today. And that was keep the engine of your truck clean and free from salt, mud, calcium, and debris. Although it's nice to have a nice shiny truck on the outside, and it does look great, keeping that part of the vehicle clean, especially during the winter months, is highly important. This also is a good chance for you to regularly check on the condition of your batteries. There's a lot of corrosion, road salt, spray from the roads, and keeping that clean and making sure all the connections and everything is free from any corrosion is probably the number one way to keep your vehicle on the road and running. The next item on the list is reminding your drivers of proper operating practices. The driver is your connection to that vehicle and is also your ambassador out on the road, and ensuring that your company has great standard operating procedures, pre-trip checks, other safety precautions and procedures that are required when operating the vehicle are a great way to ensure that you extend the life cycle of that truck and help reduce the need for repairs, ensuring that your operators are trained on what to look for, how to do a proper check, how to check fluids, how to check tread depth. All these items are extremely important before they even get out on the road to help identify any problems that could occur, get in front of them. That reduces any downtime, reduces extended cost on maintenance for a service call versus book it into a shop locally. And overall, at the end of the day, it ensures that your product gets to where it needs to on time and safely. And finally, and probably one of the most important tips our service team could provide, was to make sure you stay ahead of the curve to avoid any unnecessary downtime with preventive maintenance programs. Preventive maintenance programs can help identify and address potential problems before they become bigger and more expensive issues, and usually on the side of the road. Ensure your fleet has a program set up with a standard interval based on mileage, age, application, and make sure you routinely follow it. The drivers are aware of it, and make sure you book your trucks in for service and stay on the program. This is the best way to keep your fleet running and keep your customer happy. To assist you with all the items we've just mentioned, Rush Truck Centers of Canada has service you can count on. With more than 150 state-of-the-art service bays across Ontario, staffed by factory-trained and diamond-certified technicians, we offer a complete range of maintenance solutions, including preventive maintenance, mobile service, telematics solutions, and more. Well, I hope you enjoyed our tips to help extend the life cycle of your fleet. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Transportation Exchange Podcast.